What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chishi Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Chris Rock is trending after joking about Will Smith. I watched Emancipation just so I could watch him getting whipped. Oh, man, this upset a lot of people. And Chris, you should have known better, man. You can't be out here telling jokes like this. You know these people don't drink coffee.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Everybody was sensitive. Everybody reacted emotionally. Everybody on Twitter, that is, and everybody who's against comedians joking about sensitive topics. For example, this person who wrote, "This kind of stuff is why I never side with Chris Rock, because why are you being weird?" An online blog, Pop Tings, tweeted, "Chris Rock revealed he watched Emancipation so he could see Will Smith getting whipped." I'm sorry, man. What do you guys think? To me, this shit is hilarious. You know, maybe you need to have a degree of dark humor to appreciate this. But, you know, it's not too hard to laugh at Will Smith just because, you know, he's kind of walked himself to his downfall. Do you guys think this is too far? Comment down below. These guys went on to say, in the film, which is based on a true story, Smith plays a slave in Louisiana who decides to escape after being whipped almost to death. And that's what Chris Rock went to the theaters to go watch with some popcorn and laugh his off. Yo, man, this is that's oh man. But like I said, this topic was trending and a lot of people chimed in on this. For example, this gentleman who said Eddie Murphy makes an Oscar slap joke at the Golden Globes 2 months ago. Y'all laughing emojis, laughing your butts off. Will Smith makes an Oscar slap joke on his IG 2 weeks ago. Y'all laughing emojis, laughing your butt. Did he actually do that? I'm not sure. I'm not gonna go looking for it. Chris Rock makes an Oscar slap joke today. Y'all, oh my gosh, when will he stop? Hashtag everybody hates Chris for real. Yeah, man. You know, a lot of people can joke about that specific situation, but they don't want Chris Rock joking about that. Why? Because the majority of people who are upset at this actually liked that Will Smith went up there and slapped Chris Rock. They're the same people who think that comedy should be monitored and regulated. Another comment here from another woman reads, "Chris Rock made fun of a black woman on national TV. Oh no. Oh no." So you can slap a black man in front of the whole world to see. You can, listen, I want you to really think about this. You can slap a black man on national television and he's just supposed to get over it. Get over it, Chris, come on. What if this was a black woman on stage who a black man went out there and just smacked the taste out of him? Do you think that people would have said, listen, you just have to get over this? As a man, you're not awarded the same type of sympathy and you never will. So we gotta take it to the chin. And this is how he's decided to do it. This is how he's decided to get over it. But that's how much they don't value the respect of black men. It goes on to read, became a victim after getting slapped, what he deserved, damn, and now spends his free time deriving pleasure from seeing a black man be whipped as a slave. Laugh out loud. Again, this woman is telling you that slapping a black man on national television in front of millions of people, that's deserved. But telling a joke to a black woman, how dare you even say something towards a black woman? I just think that whole sentiment is weird. Why is it that we don't award black men the same type of respect we want black women to have? I think we should all be awarded that same type of respect. In fact, I think our men should be respected more. Yes, I know. You don't drink coffee.
No, I'll have a tea, actually.
Another comment here says, I have so much empathy for Will Smith. Really? I really do. But it's ridiculous to act as if Chris Rock is wrong for using his art to talk about what happened to him. Thank you. She went on to tweet again, I doubt the Chris Rock special is just about Will Smith. And even if it was, it's okay. But it's insane that a man got slapped on national TV and you all think he should just shut up about it. He's a comedian using his real life experience in his art, like comedians always do. Here's the real coffee here. The reality of Chris Rock's career going forward. Here's a perspective you guys have to try and see this thing at. For those of you who think, oh, Chris Rock should move on. Here's the problem with that. For you, it might be over. For you, it was a moment in time. For Chris Rock, that has now defined his career going forward. When people see Chris Rock, they go back to that moment. He would have to do something incredible for people to move on from that and his life and his image not be tainted by that moment. And not to mention, he's a man. Men value respect. And you just went on stage and literally disrespected that man in front of millions of people. He's not going to just get over it. Shut the up. He's not going to just get over it. How would you react? Here's something to note. When you are a public figure, you're kind of defined and your image is really moments in time that stood out to the people that view you the most, right? They don't know you for the hobbies you do, unless if they're really big fans. Like, you guys don't know what I like to do for fun. I don't really talk about that stuff. You see my picture, you think, oh, misogyny, right? Just kidding. But you think, female nature, encouraging men to improve, warning you about modern dating, how to avoid the traps of falling victim to the current modern dating market, how to improve yourself as a man, etc. But that's it. You're not going to see me and think, well, I wonder what else Chisha is up to. Nah, like I'm a brand. I've been branded. The same thing with him. That moment took his brand in a totally different direction, man. Totally different direction. And we've got to really think about what that really does to a person's brand and his self-respect. And he's doing the smart thing is he says, okay, I'm going to take this really tragic situation that happened to me and I'm going to make fun of myself for it. And I'm not going to act like it didn't happen. I'm not going to wallow in it. I'm going to face it head on. And this is how he's choosing to face it. Now the comment here says, okay, I get that he might be personally angry about the slap, in parentheses, to which I can't really blame him for. Goes on to read, but the dude didn't have to make a sick joke like this. Chris Rock needs to let go of this petty grudge against Will because it's clearly intoxicating him. Crazy. Now the comment here says, it was a joke. There will be many more and good for Chris Rock. Yes, as long as they are funny, then keep them coming. Laugh out loud. I think the joke was funny. And what's funny is that movie sucked, so that didn't help Smith. But who cares about him? Laugh out loud. How many more slave movies do we really need? When I stopped watching slave movies was after 12 Years a Slave. I don't know what it was about that specific movie, but after 12 Years a Slave, I had enough. That was in 2013. Damn. I don't think that's when I saw it though. I probably saw it later on like Netflix or something like that. But are we ever going to get over the whole slave movie thing? How many slave movies do you need? And how much is it really helping you as a human being, as a competitive black man, to be specific? What are you gaining from that? Do you really need another slave movie to remind you of how disadvantaged you are? I mean, yes, that reality did exist. But the question is, who's more likely to succeed? The young person who's fed positivity, stories about great people who've done great things, being told that you come from greatness, purposefully so, even if the background is contrary, or somebody who's constantly fed a bunch of slave movies. What black boy would grow up to be a more mentally stable and competitive man in the end? Personally, I think these slave movies do more harm than good. My children definitely won't be watching that shit. Next comment here says, Will should slap him again, to be honest, with a shoulder shrug. Another comment here says, Chris deserves to express himself after being assaulted on national TV. Y'all can listen to music that talks about ending life and degrading women, but can't take a joke from a comedian. That Molly and Lean got y'all two up. With the laughing emojis, 4,000 plus likes. Great point here. Next comment here says, y'all act like if you got slapped on national TV, you would just let it go and be the bigger person. Please. That is so true. Y'all beefing for years with someone that did something to you in high school. That's facts, man. That's facts. People act like it would be the pettiest people over here giving people advice about let it go, right? But you are holding grudges for years. Next comment here says, if it were me, they would have had to cut to commercial Chris, a real G for standing there and not ruining everybody's night. Don't count on me for that. We'll be very disappointed, she said. Another person said, Chris Rock is a comedian if anybody else knew this. Another comment, slavery isn't something to laugh about, and neither is someone's wife. I don't know. I think there's some humor in everything in life. Another person responded and said, right. And another comment here says, Jada and August need to be protected. I'm with you. Another comment here says, it's not the fact that he made a joke at Will's expense, which he has every right to do. It's the fact that he made a joke at the expense of slaves who suffered the same cruelty. Don't care how you spin it. It wasn't funny. This shit was hilarious. Someone else responded and said, to you. Another person says, funny is objective. Speak for yourself. A woman here says he wasn't talking about slaves. He was talking about Will Smith getting whipped. Nothing to do with slaves. Y'all drawing a parallel when none exists. Listen, I will go. I'm sure Chris is coming to Los Angeles. I will go to this stand-up special just because I know he's teetering on the edge here. Right? He's getting a little controversial. He's using this to his advantage. Go harder, Chris. Go hard. Another man here says, I mean, listen, I understand that Chris Rock want to use this situation in his art. I just don't like the whole slave comment. That's a bit unnecessary. And he have a tendency of talking down on black people in general to make his white audience laugh. That shit I don't approve of. Sorry. So I'm assuming he's referring to a joke where Chris says there's black people and there's niggas, and he says niggas hate black people more than white people do. That shit was funny too. Another comment who says Chris Rock has only ever held black people accountable for their actions. He never unnecessarily dissed us. Yeah. What do you guys think of this? As always, I'm curious. Leave your comments down below. Listen, I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pot. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.